The start of lockdown last March, there was talk of an impending baby boom as couples were stuck at home together. And there's no doubt pregnancy journeys are going to be a bit different in lockdown, from having to go to hospital appointments alone to no visitors once you've had the baby, and all the anxiety and emotions that go with that, which is why it got us thinking it's more important than ever to speak up about your struggles during pregnancy, which is never easy at the best of times. I mean, starting with you, Frankie, you had hyperemesis, gravidarum when you were pregnant, which made your pregnancies really difficult, didn't it?
Yeah, so I didn't have it with my first, so I think I was really shocked when I came to my second. It's really difficult. It's one of those things that no one really knows much about. Kate Middleton, unfortunately for her, made it quite famous. So I just kind of told everyone, oh, I had that thing that Kate Middleton had. And you genuinely, from the minute you open your eyes, you just can't stop being sick. And I was quite lucky. Mine wore off throughout my pregnancy, and I took anti-sickness tablets and they helped. But there's a lot of women that are bedbound for like 9 months, you know, until they're being sick until the moment they give birth. Oh. And, you know, I had people say to me, oh, yeah, I had really bad morning sickness. And I'm like, no, it's not the same. You know, some people have PTSD from it. It was really difficult. And having a toddler already, the guilt that I had from not being able to be the parent to him that I wanted to be at the time was really difficult.
I don't want us to underestimate the gravity of this, Frankie, because even just coming down the stairs was difficult for you because you felt so sick.
Yeah. So once the medication kind of kicked in, I managed to come down to the kitchen. That was like my big move. I was able to get out of my bed or off of my bedroom floor, which weirdly is where I spent a lot of time. I managed to come downstairs, and I would still be sick, but I was able to kind of do things in between. I'd had to pull out of the Strictly tour that I was going to do, so I had to announce my pregnancy a lot earlier than I wanted. And there was a moment when Wayne was on the phone to my obstetrician, and he was like, Frank, they want you to go into hospital to go on a drip. And I kind of looked up from my sick bowl like The Exorcist and was like, if you think I'm getting in a moving vehicle, you've got another thing coming. Blah. You know,
unimaginable.
Lots of lovely memories.
But how about you, Stacey, when it comes to pregnancy? Did you enjoy your pregnancies?
I feel like pregnancy is so stressful. Well, not so stressful, but for some people it can be really hard and stressful and uncomfortable already. I can't even imagine having a pregnancy like what Frankie is just describing, and for 9 months, that is relentless. I never like saying this because I feel really ungrateful. I absolutely adore my children, and I've loved giving birth and I've loved having babies, and I would love to do it again one day. But I don't have that. Like, I don't love being pregnant. I really hate saying that because it's not because I'm ungrateful.
That as women, we always have to feel bad about just saying...
Oh, because I think about all those people that would just do anything to be pregnant. Yeah. And I don't ever want anyone to feel that...
But it's still your personal story.
I just don't enjoy it. I feel like something has taken over my body. I'm not in control anymore, and... I don't know. I feel like everyone's looking at you as well and say, what are you eating? Where are you going? How much are you jumping? How did you get out of bed? Did you lift something heavy?
I wonder if you feel that even more keenly because with Zach, you were so young, so maybe people even more so felt they could tell you.
The teenage mum looks were like... I remember just being so ashamed when I was... And that sounds awful. When I was pregnant with Zach, all I felt the whole way through was shame. Wow. I looked like a baby as well. I mean, I looked about 6. Look at the state of me. And I think people just looked and was like, why is she pregnant?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if that's just carried through then when you've been pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was a bit of a trauma that I just haven't addressed.
You shouldn't feel... you shouldn't feel guilty about that because so many women feel like that. You know, it's like there's so many of the stories that we're told that we think we're supposed to be. You know, we're supposed to be sitting beautifully, breastfeeding without being agony, which it can be. You know, it's it's kind of fake news again, isn't it? I mean, everybody's
But that's what we're here. We're trying to sort of open the door and sort of say we're being honest about the way that we felt. And conversally, you loved being honest.
Come to me, Charlene.
No,
I might be a bit annoying.
No, I love hearing how you felt about your pregnancy. I lived through you.
Yeah, I blooming loved it. It was the 2 9 months of sanity in my whole life, because I felt like I was look at me there.
Oh, look at you.
I felt so beautiful. I looked after myself because I was looking after somebody else. I wasn't just looking after myself. Because, you know, silly things like, because everybody knows that I've been messed up through the years about body image and all of that. But at the times when I'm much, much better now, but at those times in my life when I had my babies, I was still very messed up. And so everything I ate, I would think about it, and I wouldn't allow myself to have this, and then I'd binge on that. But then when I was growing another life, I didn't question.
Yeah.
I ate what my body told me to eat that I wanted. So I was so healthy, and I lost weight. And, you know, my heart goes out to you, Frankie, because I wasn't sick. I felt sexy. I wanted sex. I mean, I was just a woman.
Pregnancy works for you, though.
It works.
You should do it more often, Dad.
But I think for Frankie, I think I'm quite similar to you in terms of I didn't always like the way that I looked when I was pregnant. I held a lot of water when I was pregnant, and I just felt like I just looked bloated, a bit like a bloated whale. I think, yeah, that's
Oh my,
me.
you look gorgeous.
I just look at my face and just think I just look large. Obviously, I didn't.
You look beautiful.
I know that. But Frankie, you found it difficult because you were in a girl band and you were surrounded by other young, gorgeous women who were not pregnant with a baby. How did you find it?
Yeah, you know what? That was really difficult for me. With my first pregnancy, I put on 4 stone. And, you know, in the public eye, I'd always looked the same. I'd always looked a certain way. And I was quite restrictive with my food, which I didn't realise until I was pregnant. And like you, I was full of water by 3 months. You know, I couldn't see my ankles. I couldn't remember what it looked like to have bones in my feet. And then I was performing next to 4 other girls that still looked exactly the same as they did before. And I had this real shame and embarrassment that I wasn't having a beautiful, blooming pregnancy. And I felt like, as someone in the public eye, that was what I was supposed to look like. You know, you couldn't tell she was pregnant from the back. She turns around, she's got a tiny little bump. And I felt embarrassed to perform and to dance. And I felt like people felt uncomfortable to watch me. And obviously most of that
We're so hard on ourselves.
was me, but...
You know, whereas... You know, looking at the pictures of you pregnant, it's like, oh my God, you look absolutely gorgeous. But we did get you guys to have a bit of a chat about this online, and we've had some very interesting comments. We've had one from Leona, who said that someone once said to her, if you get any fatter, we will have to winch you through the window to get you to your desk.
What?
Wow.
And Marie here said, my boss told me not to make a habit of it. I was so terrified that when I fell pregnant the second time, I hid it. Just so you know, Marie, and everyone know, it is illegal for them to discriminate against you if
Isn't
you are
it funny
pregnant.
people would just say stuff to you when you're pregnant, or they'll touch you?
Oh, I like them touching me. I like that.
Ned,
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it when people went round
But
like that.
imagine if someone come up to you now and just rubbed your stomach.
I know. I lost myself both times.
Well, they wouldn't now, would they?
We had some good news about pregnancy, haven't we, Nadia?
Yeah, Christine, second baby. And actually, months and months ago, when we could all still go out, we were across the road having lunch, Jane, Christine and I, and we ordered a bottle of rosé, and Christine said, oh, no, I'm not having any rosé. What do you mean? Oh, you? And she was like, yeah. So we've been keeping it secret, so it's been killing me. But we're so happy for you. We love you.
Yeah, huge
and she's even more beautiful. Could that even happen, Christine?
Huge congrats to you, Christine. Well.